us what you know.
Ça fait mal.
Does anyone here know?
Seulement si tu l'acceptes.
This man speaks the truth. Come on, fess up.
Merci.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Voilà, attention.
thank you for visiting the Tower of London. We do hope you enjoy.
You got the tracker?
Opens with Eve, alone and in disguise, following Helene and her daughter around what appears to be a Spanish Inquisition living history exhibit. An actor in an arming cap is being tortured for information. Helene's daughter asks if being tortured hurts. Helene says, "Only if you let it," which is a weird thing to say to a kid, but it's such a great line, especially when it pops up again later this episode.
He wants you gone. He knows something happened between you and the daughter. He just doesn't know what. What are you doing here? What do you mean, what am I doing here? I'm here to guide you. Remember? I'm your spiritual guru. First piece of advice. Don't eat the weird camping food. Come. You want to know why I look and sound like you? Don't deny it. I can see into your brain. Come. Everyone experiences me differently. I appear to some as an angel, to some as a voice in the clouds, to some as a burning bush. But for you, I'm you in drag. Does that make sense? Yes. You and I both know how well you're doing. Your goodness is really starting to pop. You just need to convince him of it. You can't let him stand in the way of your transformation. He doesn't believe in me. He's just threatened by you. Make things right with the daughter, and the vicar will follow.
While Eve is busy plotting, Villanelle is still trying to be good. On the bus to a church retreat, a colorful moth lands on her hand, a little moment of grace, but then it flits away, in an apt metaphor for the longevity of Villanelle's religious conversion, at the suggestion of her hallucinatory personal Jesus, who we'll call Visus, because it just feels right. Villanelle focuses her attentions on forgiveness. May is still freaked out about Villanelle trying to kill her, while Villanelle prefers to focus on the fact that she didn't succeed. An incomplete murder? That's progress.
How do you know she won't just kill you? I mean, the 12, they probably got your mugshot up on the wall, right? Axe murderer, refuse entry. Hey, I'm just trying to inject a little know-how into your revenge.
Well, what if your know-how isn't the only know-how worth knowing?
You know what you are? You're like one of those people, they adopt a lion cub, and they're like, oh no, we have a connection. You never hurt me. And then rips their stupid head off. Wait, I'm not saying that you're stupid, I'm just... Where are you going?
For a second opinion.
Second opinion.
You try now! Let yourself go!
You did it. She's totally into you again. What's the matter? Aren't you...
take alcohol into a secure unit. So what did you want to ask me? I've got 5 minutes until my cannibal.
How do you get what you want out of them?
You mean my patients?
Yeah, but the really dangerous ones, not the one who wonders.
Eve, what I want out of them is to help them.
Oh, please, go on.
Okay, generally, people only talk if they think they're getting something in return, work out what they want, and then give it to them, or appear to give it to them.
So, if I know the person wants to be challenged, I should just go ahead and challenge her? Just knock on her door, so to speak?
Okay, a direct approach might work, but I wouldn't recommend it. If there's a problem, I have a personal alarm and 2 nurses and a decade of experience protecting me from them.
Well, maybe I'm more of a them these days than I am a you. Thanks for your help.
How is Villanelle?
You know, she's a Christian now. Is that possible?
Human beings like to believe in change.
What do you think?
I think reinvention is a form of avoidance.
Don't get eaten.
The fish tank with the window behind, half expecting Kenny to appear falling again. Also, what thoughts are going through Eve's head at the tank? To me it was the usual I think about you all the time. Then meeting Martin the psychiatrist, the conversation can be about Helene but also about Villanelle. Eve's mind is full of something and Villanelle's born-again Christian is weighing heavy there. Does she want Villanelle to join her and keep the monster inside of them? Best line came from Martin, quote, "I think reinvention is a form of avoidance."
We wouldn't even let you into the building, let alone give you an office.
Is that right?
You defected, Carol.
To help you smoke out the 12, lad, like you've always wanted, or like I've always wanted. But now I wanted slightly more because one of them ordered the death of my son.
I hear what you're saying, but forgive me. People here don't like rats. It's for your safety more than anything. Once this new information comes good, we'll set you up with all the resources you need.
It's not fair for you to have to keep his secrets. Jesus would want you to be honest.
He killed my mum.
Say that again?
He tells everyone that Mary died in a car crash. But he leaves out the most important part. He was the one who was driving. He was the one who was drunk. Please, you can't tell anyone.
Of course not.
Villanelle sitting on a tree stump with a post-it note on her forehead that says Hitler. You can almost see the wheels turning, the twisted logic that fuels what happens next. Here's Villanelle, pushed to the fringes of the group, humiliated by the vicar who has no business judging anyone. If the others knew what he'd done, surely they'd reject him and thank her for revealing the truth. And that's when Villanelle writes the name of the vicar's dead wife on a post-it and slaps it on his forehead.
It's Bible themed, so you're going to love it!
Yes! Yes! That's what we like. Okay. Am I a man?
No.
No. Am I alive?
No.
No. Am I a contemporary of Jesus?
Yes. No.
Yes.
No, actually. What are you doing?
No, it's okay, May. It can be about me if that's what Nell wants. At least she's taking part. Okay, Nell. So, me themed. Is it someone I know?
No.
Am I my mother? Am I our old cat?
Do you want a clue? You were killed unlawfully.
I don't know anyone who was killed unlawfully.
Think a bit harder. You give up?
The answer is your dead wife, who you killed in a car crash when you were drunk.
Better luck next time.
Needless to say, this confrontation does not go as she hoped. The group shuns her. Villanelle is stunned. This is not the love and acceptance that Visas promised her she deserved.
You said they'd love me!
Go ahead and ask me, I'll tell you. Please tell me, how can someone be partially blackmailed?
Well, the child with the floppy hair, he has fallen hard for his honey trap.
What are you keeping from me, Vlad? Don't try and outsmart me. You haven't got the neurons.
The woman with the ass on her ass. She was found dead about an hour ago. She hanged herself. Fortunately, her children weren't there.
Caroline's own pursuit of the 12 brings her to increasingly dark places. First, her collusion with Vlad requires her to supply compromising information about her former MI6 colleagues, including Hugo, but when she learns that one of the women she helped Vlad blackmail committed suicide, Caroline is clearly rattled, even though she had to know that blackmailed people sometimes do this. Is this too much, even for her? Has she lost her stomach for the business of betrayal?
Did you get this? You want to know how I knew it was a tracker? I don't use applicator tampons. I've never understood women who can't insert their own fingers into themselves. Ooh, let me see. So why would you want to destroy them? Oh. So this is what you're into. Torturing your way to the 12. Picking them off one by one. I don't usually do the torture myself. Is this a special treat? Does it hurt? Only if I let it. Who's at the top? If you're so up for a challenge, work it out yourself. Hey. What is it you want to do exactly? I'll tell you after dessert sometime.
Eve wants to bring down the 12, but Helene, as it turns out, also wants to bring down the 12. Footnote: showing up at the home of the person who wants you dead with an offer to dine together? This, too, is a very Villanelle move, further suggesting that Eve isn't so much liberating herself from the assassin as becoming her. Helene holds her hand to the stovetop and asks Eve if it hurts. Eve says, "Only if I'll let it." See? That weird moment from the start of the show was totally worth the payoff. Listening outside the vicar's tent, she hears May say that she believes Villanelle is literally the devil. For Villanelle, it's the last straw. For May, her last words, Villanelle murders them both, and then turns on the lying false prophet who led her astray. She knocks Visas down, kisses him, and nails him right in the stigmata with a tent spike. And if you ever wanted to know who Villanelle really is, the sight of her trying to strangle her drag disco Jesus alter ego to death pretty much sums it up. No matter how many times or how many different ways she reinvents herself, she's still the same monster. Wherever she goes, there she is. The only question, as the credits roll, is where she'll end up next.